I said, Senorita, it's nice to meet ya. Your hair is everywhere. Senorita, it's nice to meet ya. Your lips are all on mine. I will hold you in my arms.
Oh my god, you're running all of them. Okay, hello everybody. My hair is wet. I know people freak out about wet hair. I just took a shower. And you know what? I saw this video of someone making an avocado bagel with grated tofu. And I've never had that before. So that's what I'm going to make. And you're going to come with. Let's see, there's a few things we need. Absolutely need my mango and orange juice. Ooh. It's so good. It's so good. How are you? How are you today? What's been happening? A little bag of things. I got some dill. I got some broccoli because I'm going to grill some broccoli or like saute some broccoli for a little bit of crunch on my bagel. Of course I have a mango. And un aguacate. And the tofu, of course. So now we're gonna grate this tofu. I've been in a never-ending depression. And I find I get so bored talking about it because I've been depressed for so many years, on and off. But the past 2 years have not been great. They have not been great. And when I say that I'm bored talking about it, it's just because I feel like there's nothing left to say. But I also understand how important it is to acknowledge it. And I know a lot of you, I know a lot of my own friends, they struggle with chronic depression. It sucks. It sucks. What's important to remind myself, because even though I've dealt with depression for, God, like the better part of 20 years, holy shit, is that I still to this day get into this mode of thinking that I can cure myself and that all I have to do is get all these supplements and go for runs every morning, and I have to eat really well. And the thing is that I mostly do all these things anyway, and I'm still depressed. So I guess this in a way is to say that it's good to also recognize that it's not all in your control, and as infuriating and frustrating as that is, you know, kind of letting yourself, giving yourself some grace is really good. Talking to friends about it, I'm trying to get better at that, and asking for help, trying to get better at that. So I have good days, I have not great days. Anyway, I've been trying not to isolate myself as much. I wonder which one it is. Maybe this one. Depression makes you think that you need to isolate yourself and that you need just like 2 months off. That's so satisfying. Or nobody contacts you and you can just rest. But that is the biggest lie, the biggest illusion. I mean, at least for myself, that is a huge lie, because every time I'm around people, I feel a lot better than when I'm rotting in bed. Because the thing is, I've had weeks off, weeks in which I don't contact anybody, weeks in which I totally disappear from the face of the earth, and what ends up happening, what ends up changing? Nothing. I feel either the same or worse. See people. This is me to me. See your friends. You love your friends. And they know you. They know you're depressed. And they're not going to ask you where you've been. I have tofu in my hair. Anyway, this is just to say, from one depressed person to another, if you are one, just because you're here doesn't mean that you're depressed. But it sucks. You're not alone, and I think we're going to get better. I think we're going to be okay. Especially after this bagel. I mean, I hope. Okay, let's cook this tofu. As that sizzles, let's bake our guac. Oh, beauty.
Inside my veins, I'm feeling heavy and I can't explain how I feel for you. You got me dizzy and I'm feeling blue. Let's go walking in the city tonight. You wear the dress that makes you look so nice, like my face.
A little small, but I mean, there's nothing I can do.
Just for you.
Okay, so we have our avocado there. This is what the tofu looks like. It's nice and crunchy. I'm just gonna mix it in here. I can't remember if this is how it was, but I can't go watch that video again because then I'll watch videos for the next 6 hours. Haha. Ooh.
But I'm a prisoner inside these walls.
Oh, they're almost a little bit burned.
And I'm feeling small. If you're not sleeping with me, then I'll get no sleep.
That looks good. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Mmm. Mmm. Yum. The little joys. The little joys. Yum. The little novelty of the book section of this video. Remember that pile I made of books that I wanted to read in November? Well, I'm already adding new books to the mix. I knew that I would, and I told you that I would. I know myself very well. And I've started reading A Parable of the Sower again. I started it back in, I don't know, a couple of months ago, but I think what happened was I was really into it, but then I got many books from the library. There's no time limit on this Kindle, so I've started it again. It's always a little bit scary reading a dystopian novel that starts in the year 2024. But it basically takes place in this like post-apocalyptic world that has been affected by climate change and social inequality, and it follows the main character Lauren, who is a teenage girl, and we read from her point of view. A lot of the things that happen are quite horrific, but I'm enjoying it so far. That's what I have to report. Anyway, it's getting a little bit rainy, it's quite dark, and maybe it's time for me to read a little bit. I really want to finish Minor Detail today, actually. I don't have long to go. Maybe I'll sit down and read a little bit of that, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's 3:30 and I have to turn the lights on. Look at me. Yeah, get it. Maybe I'll put some more comfortable pants on. The lighting is terrible here, but I'm halfway through Minor Detail, and something so powerful about the author speaking directly to the reader. She says, "By the way, I hope I didn't cause any awkwardness when I mentioned the incident with the soldier or the checkpoint, or when I revealed that we are living under occupation here. The way that it interrupts the narrative and the way that it states what is happening very clearly. She doesn't want there to be any misunderstanding. And this is when I tell you to call your reps, show up to protests, keep talking about it and keep posting about it. Even if you think that that is not doing anything, it is doing, and that is what has been requested from us anyway." I'm gonna continue reading. Yummy. Hello. Hi, Megan. my baby. I have just signed up for a 50-kilometer ultra in March. How silly. I don't know if I spoke about this, but last year I signed up for a 50K and I got COVID, so I couldn't do it. And I still ended up going to the Gold Coast with my friend, and my friend ended up running like 25 kilometers or 30, something like this. And it was lots of fun. And this time I'm doing it with a couple of friends as well. And so that's why I've been running quite a bit. And there's something about running that really, it really helps with my mental health like nothing else does. And there's something about long distances that really help me as well. It's like, and I tend to run, I mean, I strictly run with no headphones, unless I'm at the gym on the treadmill, then I need the headphones. But if I'm out and about on a trail or on the road, I go without headphones. I have never really liked running with music, and it's always like the first 5 kilometers that feel really hard, and my brain and my thoughts aren't great. And then after 5 kilometers or 6, which I know is a lot for some people, I know that like, it took me a while to get here, just know that. But after that, it just is a sort of like meditation for me that I really can't access otherwise. I have ADHD, my thoughts are racing all the time. Like, I wake up and there's a million things happening in my brain at once. When I run, it's a peace that, and a calm that I can't access anywhere else. So I'm really excited, and I was wondering like what the crossover is between the people that watch my videos and the people interested in running videos and trail running videos, because I personally love watching people train for marathons and half marathons, and for anything that is challenging. I find those videos so moving, and I always find myself crying. And maybe I can document a little bit of it if people are interested. The one thing I will say, if you think that you hate running, you might actually hate running. That's fine. Not everybody has to love running, but I've said this a million times before. If you want to start running, because it's just quite easy to just get out there, go slow. Go slow, slow, slow. Go slower than is comfortable. And then you'll see that once you get your rhythm, it becomes really enjoyable. I think a lot of people start off wanting to run like the quickest 5K ever after not running for years and years, and that is horrific. One thing is that I will never be speedy. That is not my vibe. The slower, the longer, the better. And I think a lot of people that, a lot of my friends that have started getting into running, once they stopped like focusing on speed and just started going slow, they love it. So yeah, that was a little running bit. It's just because I went for a run today, and now I'm looking at my program because I get really nerdy about things like this. It's something that I love doing. I love creating programs. I love reading things on endurance, and I love making like weight training programs. It feels like it's not part, it doesn't go with my personality. But I love it. So this is what it looks like. So each color is a different kind of run, and they all have notes. Obviously this is what I would like to do, but it isn't necessarily what I'll end up doing. But yeah, that's all I had to say on that.